Guys, we're going to talk a little bit about presentation software. Now, I know there's a lot of information that's written in the readings. To be completely honest with you guys, the readings are there mostly as just, if you guys want to get access to some supplemental content, or if you want to see like an official text on it. I'm not going to have you guys sit down, maybe other than today, and do the reading, unless of course I'd be like absent or something like that, if you busy work for stuff. But most of what we're going to be doing is, for this particular presentation, is going to be us day in and day out working directly within the software, practicing some features, seeing what we can come up with, all kinds of cool stuff like that. So I want you guys to have more of a hands-on interaction with this. So this type of software, is before I actually came over and started doing secondary education, I did adult education. And I did a lot of work with like corporations, like business to business, so I would go out and travel across the country, up into Canada, down into Mexico, sometimes even to Hawaii, and do training with different companies. And one of the big applications that we did training on were the big four that we are going to be hitting in this class, which again is going to be PowerPoint, Word, Excel, and we're even going to talk about database software, which is Microsoft Access. It's kind of a unique world to get into, but it's a really, really, really good thing to have an understanding of, especially if you guys plan on getting a job in professional industries that make money and track data and do things like that. So, there you go. But we're going to talk about presentation software first. That way we know that you guys are comfortable with this. So, the reading itself, we'll go in and talk a little bit about the different types of presentation software. But guys, without jumping into the reading specifically, what are some applications that we can actually use to go in and create presentations? What do you have, Cameron?
Canva.
Canva's a good one.
I was getting Google Slides, but I fixed it up.
Google Slides, I heard.
No, I didn't.
I'm doing it. You got a 2-for-1 deal.
Yeah.
Guys, anyone? Any else? PowerPoint, yeah, here's one of the.
What about Photoshop?
Google Slides. Oh, you already have that. Oh, I see.
What's the more? I said Photoshop.
Photoshop is definitely not a presentation piece software. It's a photo manipulation software.
Crazy. But I don't know.
Open
okay.
Office Impress.
Now, guys, there are some other ones that you can get into out there. I'm trying to think of some of the different ones. There's a lot of
Open Office Impress.
potential, yeah. There's a lot of online software as well. Like, has anyone ever heard of Prezi? Yeah. So Prezi was like a really big. So here's basically what happened. PowerPoint was kind of the only thing that was out there for the longest time to do presentations on, like corporate professional presentations. And then when the internet started becoming like a really, really big thing, and you had the ability to run like web apps and do all of this really dynamic interactive stuff online, a company came out with Prezi. And everyone was like, man, these are awesome presentations, and PowerPoint's garbage. But who backs PowerPoint?
Google. I said it wrong. Microsoft.
Microsoft.
I knew it was one.
Guys, I can tell you right now, if it comes to software, Microsoft has a bigger booth than any other company out there. Probably Microsoft and Google. So they will go in and squash any potential competitor they can and just update their software to have a lot of cool interactive stuff in it, which is kind of what they do because they have such a big foothold in the industry. So these are kind of your big two right here, guys. Google Slides and PowerPoint. So when you go and you get a job, if you guys get a job or more of a career in the professional world, if your job is to create presentations or work within presentations, those are probably the two that you're going to be getting into. Canva is slowly starting to creep up, but guys, Canva isn't just about presentations. There's so many other things that you can create in Canva. But again, Google Slides and PowerPoint, their main thing is creating professional presentations. There's a lot of cool tools that we have inside of that. So guys, when it comes to creating a presentation, so we'll say for these two, these are going to be the two that we're focusing on. What are some of the things that we can do inside of this software? And I'll start you guys off Really simple. So we can create slides. We can add text. We can add images. So these are some of the things that we can do. Do me a favor, guys, if you were doing something else right now, like microtype, or on your laptop, or let's see, what else do we have going on here potentially? Samir, that's you, bud. Thank you.
Hold on, give me.
You got 3 seconds, or I'm throwing a stress ball at your head. Thank you. Yes. So what are some other things, Cameron, that we can do?
Create slide transitions,
Create what?
or like add slide transitions.
Yeah, oh, there we go, I like that. So let's do this, create slides, I'm gonna say and add, because we know we can add other slides, but we can add slide transitions. How many of you guys are familiar with what a slide transition is? Okay, I've got some yeses out there, I've got some nos. So what this is, a transition is where we go in, and when we flip from one slide to another slide, which oftentimes in a presentation is showing the people viewing the presentation that you're changing to another topic or a continuation of a topic, we have something visual happen. Okay, that's kind of the big concept surrounding a slide transition. I'm going to try to, let me see if I actually have a presentation that I can show you guys really quick. Where we have a slide transition. I don't know if I have any PowerPoints on the time. Oh yeah, here we go.
What's that?
This was the presentation that we looked at when we,
BPL.
yeah, the VPA presentation. So if I run this as a presentation, and I click to the next slide, that's not a transition, that's an animation. Yeah, there's not really a big transition. Now, transitions don't have to be really fancy, because that's an okay thing. If the transition isn't super, like, dynamic, sometimes that's better. But as we just saw, we have some animations that we can add in there. So these are a lot of different things that we know we can build